When you look out over a city, what do you see? Miles and miles of empty rooftops, right? Just sitting there. But what if I told you that wasted space is actually potential? We're going to dive into how you can turn those concrete deserts into profitable green oases. It's a side hustle that can literally feed a community and your bank account.
Just take a second and really picture that. Instead of hot tar and gravel, you're smelling fresh mint. You hear the buzz of a few happy bees, and you're surrounded by gorgeous fresh food that you grew smack dab in the middle of the city. This isn't some sci-fi fantasy. People are doing this right now.
So, first things first, why even bother doing this? What's the big deal about farming a rooftop? Well, let's get into the powerful reasons that are turning these concrete slabs into amazing urban oases.
I mean, look at this. The difference is just night and day, isn't it? A bare roof is basically a liability. It soaks up heat, which makes your air conditioning bills go through the roof, and it's just wasted space. But a green roof? Oh, that's a total game changer. It actually cools the building down. It helps clean the air. It grows fresh local food. And here's the key. It can bring in a real income. It's a complete 180.
And you know what? The timing for this idea could not be more perfect. We're living in a time where people care more than ever about where their food is coming from. They're actively looking for stuff that's local, super fresh, and grown in a way they can feel good about. A rooftop farm? It hits every single one of those marks.
All right, let's talk business. What's so cool about rooftop farming is how flexible it is. There isn't just one way to do it, so let's find a path that's going to be just right for you.
Okay, just look at the options here. Are you in a spot with a bunch of cool restaurants nearby? Selling directly to them could be your ticket. Or, hey, maybe you live in a big apartment complex. A subscription box for your neighbors is almost a no-brainer. And if you're thinking, I have the space but not the time, well, you can just rent your roof out for passive income. There's really a model here for pretty much everyone. Okay, so you're getting excited. I get it. Let's get down to the nitty-gritty. Here is your step-by-step guide to get you from asking for permission all the way to planting your first seeds. The trick here is to be smart about it. First and foremost, permission. This is non-negotiable. You have to make sure the roof can handle the weight, and you need to get all the approvals in writing. Second, don't go trying to grow giant pumpkins on day one. Start small, start light, think herbs and leafy greens. Automate your watering system. Trust me, it'll save you so much time. And here's a pro tip I love. Market before you plant. Get those pre-orders lined up so you know you've got customers from the get-go.
Now let's keep it real for a second. We need to take an honest look at both the profits and the pitfalls of rooftop farming.
This is the million-dollar question, isn't it? Can this little green space on top of a building actually make you any money? Well, the answer is yes, absolutely. But it really depends on how you go about it. Even a really small but well-managed garden can pull in $300 or more a month. Think about that. That could be your car payment or a huge chunk of your grocery bill. But that's just the starting point. If you have a well-planned setup supplying local restaurants or maybe running workshops, you could be talking thousands of dollars a year. The potential is definitely there.
But of course, it's not all sunshine and roses. There are challenges. You've got some upfront costs for things like soil and planters. And plants need constant attention. Plus, remember, a rooftop is a pretty extreme place. It gets way hotter and a lot windier up there. You also have to figure out the simple stuff, like how you're going to get all that beautiful produce downstairs to your customers.
But hey, for every challenge, there's always a smart solution. So let's get into some of the secrets to success that can help boost your harvest and your income. Okay, this is key. The strategy is simple. You have a limited amount of space, so you've got to maximize every square inch. Instead of growing something that takes up a ton of room and doesn't sell for much, you want to focus on things that chefs and foodies will pay top dollar for. We're talking microgreens, special herbs, and those beautiful edible flowers you see in fancy restaurants. This right here, this is your superpower. The big delivery companies can't touch this. You can offer a true garden-to-kitchen service. Imagine picking some fresh basil and then hopping on your bike and having it in a chef's hands 15 minutes later. That level of freshness is something special, and customers will absolutely love it. Look, people don't just buy food anymore. They buy into a story, and you've got a great one. So use social media to show people your journey. Post pictures of your little seedlings with the city skyline in the background. Share your wins. Let people see where their food is really coming from. That's how you build a real connection and a loyal following.
And my last tip, don't try to do it all by yourself. Team up with people.
Partnering with a respected local chef gives you instant street cred. Working with a school on a garden project, that's amazing exposure. These kinds of partnerships can seriously amplify your reach and build your reputation in the community.
And that really brings us full circle, doesn't it? That space you probably walk by every single day, the one you've never really thought about. It has incredible potential. It's this perfect mix of doing something good for the planet and doing something good for your wallet, just waiting for someone to get started. So, as we wrap this up, I just want to leave you with one final thought. The space is there, the customers are there, and now you've got the roadmap. The only real question left to ask is, what are you going to grow?